Marcus Aurelius Meditations on Silent Success. 10 Ways to Build an Empire in the Shadows. Most people believe that to be successful you must be seen. They think that wealth requires a stage, a spotlight, and a constant stream of validation. They spend their energy building a brand rather than an empire, and in the process, they become slaves to the very people they are trying to impress. But there is a deeper, more dangerous level of power, the power of the ghost. Today, we are decoding the ultimate Stoic blueprint for silent success. We are looking at how Marcus Aurelius managed the world's greatest empire without ever losing his soul to the noise of the masses. We will learn how to build a 2026 fortune that is felt by your bank account but unseen by the world. Pay close attention to rule number 5 because it reveals the detection gap that allows you to move while your competitors are still sleeping, and rule number 1, which is the psychological foundation of the true ghost millionaire. If you are ready to stop performing and start ruling, hit that subscribe button now. Now let's begin with number 10. The wealth of the unknown. In the modern world, fame is often mistaken for value. People trade their privacy for likes, not realizing that privacy is the ultimate luxury. Marcus Aurelius noted that the prize of glory is a thing of no value. He understood that the more people know about your business, the more leverage they have over you. Silent success starts with the realization that your net worth does not need a PR team. When you build in the shadows, you eliminate the tax of envy. You don't have to defend your wins because no one knows you're winning. In 2026, the most elite form of wealth is being systemically invisible. You have the assets, the freedom, and the sovereignty, but you walk through the world as a ghost. You aren't rich. You are wealthy, and there is a massive difference between the two. How much energy are you wasting trying to look successful instead of actually being successful? True power doesn't scream. It whispers. But to keep that power, you must master number 9. The internal ledger. Most people keep their score based on external metrics, the car, the house, the social standing. A Stoic keeps an internal ledger. Marcus wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up, if thou wilt ever dig." For the ghost millionaire, success is a private conversation between you and your potential. Your internal ledger tracks your discipline, your focus, and your sovereignty. If the world thinks you are average, but your bank account and your character tell a different story, you are winning at the highest level. When you stop needing the world to audit your success, you become untouchable. You no longer react to the market's noise because your validation comes from the work itself, not the applause. If you were the only person on earth, would you still be proud of what you achieved today? The silence of the ledger is the strength of the empire. But how do you handle the pressure of growth? That leads us to number 8. The stealth pivot. Most entrepreneurs announce their moves before they make them. They seek social credit for their intentions. This is a fatal mistake. By announcing your plans, you invite competition and criticism before you have the momentum to survive them. Marcus Aurelius taught that the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. In business, the best strategy is to be unlike the crowd. While they are loud about their hustle, you are quiet about your execution. In the 2026 landscape, the stealth pivot is your greatest weapon. You test ideas, build systems, and move capital in silence. By the time the world notices you've changed the game, you've already won. You don't ask for permission to grow. You simply arrive. A ghost doesn't announce its presence. It simply changes the temperature of the room. But silence requires a specific kind of mental state, which brings us to number 7. The luxury of disappearance. We are taught that networking is the key to wealth. We are told to be everywhere, meet everyone, and stay relevant. But relevance is just another word for distraction. Marcus valued his time above all else. He frequently withdrew into his own mind, even in the middle of a crowded court. He knew that deep strategy requires deep isolation. Silent success requires the luxury of disappearance. It means having the financial and emotional strength to go dark for months at a time to focus on your empire. While the world is busy connecting, the ghost millionaire is busy constructing. When you reappear, you are 10 steps ahead of those who never left the noise. Are you afraid of being forgotten? Or are you brave enough to be a ghost? Going dark is the only way to see the light. Now we move to number 6. The sovereign reserve. Wealth is not just what you earn. It is what you control. Most people are cash flow rich but sovereign poor. They have high incomes, but they are one phone call away from a disaster. They have no reserve. The Stoic reserve clause, applies to your finances as much as your mind. Marcus lived with the constant awareness that anything could be taken away. He built his internal empire to be self-sufficient. In 2026, your sovereign reserve is your go-to-hell fund. It is the private capital that ensures no one, no boss, no bank, no government can force your hand. Silent success is knowing that even if the external world collapses, your internal and private world remains unshaken. Independence is the only real return on investment. We have reached the midpoint. Number 5 is the tactical secret of the elite. The detection gap. The world is designed to track you. From your spending habits to your social media footprint, everything is monitored. The detection gap is the space where you operate without leaving a trail. Marcus Aurelius wrote about being like the promontory against which the waves continually break. He stood firm while the world swirled around him. He didn't let the waves of public opinion or imperial gossip touch his core. To build an empire in the shadows, you must master the detection gap. Use tools that protect your privacy, avoid flashy purchases that trigger status alerts, and keep your high-level strategies offline. The less the system knows about your wealth, the less it can manipulate you. If they can't see you, they can't stop you. But what do you do with the wealth once you have it? That leads to number 4, the asset of character. In the end, gold is just a preferred indifferent to a Stoic. It is nice to have, but it is not who you are. The danger of silent success is that you might start to value the silence or the success more than your virtue. Marcus reminded himself, "Short is the little which remains to thee of life, live as on a mountain." He believed that your character was the only asset that truly mattered. A ghost millionaire uses their wealth to subsidize their character. You don't use money to buy things. You use it to buy the ability to be more honest, more just, and more disciplined. Your wealth is a tool that allows you to live according to your nature without compromise. Does your money make you a better man, or just a more comfortable one? Character is the only wealth that survives the grave. This brings us to number 3, the ghost circle. You cannot build a silent empire alone, but you cannot build it with the masses. You need a ghost circle, a small, elite group of individuals who also value sovereignty over status. Marcus Aurelius began his meditations by thanking those who taught him discipline and restraint. He didn't have followers. He had mentors and peers. Your circle in 2026 should be invisible. No group photos, no public shoutouts, no shared branding. Just a private exchange of value and intelligence. If your inner circle is on Instagram, it isn't an inner circle. It's a marketing campaign. True loyalty doesn't need a witness. Now for the heavy hitters. Number 2. The mastery of indifference. The greatest threat to silent success is the urge to tell. We want people to know we've made it. We want that one person from our past to see how well we're doing. This urge is a leak in your power. Marcus practiced total indifference to the opinions of others. He knew that the people who praise you today will curse you tomorrow. If you rely on their praise, you are their slave. To be a ghost millionaire, you must be truly indifferent to whether people think you are rich or poor. You must find a twisted pleasure in being underestimated. When people look at you and see nothing special, you should smile, knowing that your nothing is backed by an empire they can't even imagine. The highest status is having no status at all. Finally, the ultimate rule. Number 1. The sovereign soul. The ultimate goal of silent success isn't the money or the shadows. It is the sovereign soul. It is the ability to stand in front of the mirror and know that you are the master of your own life. Marcus Aurelius' entire philosophy was aimed at this one point. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are focused on your own growth, your own empire, and your own virtue, you become a king regardless of your title. The sovereign soul doesn't need an audience because it is the audience. It doesn't need an empire because it is the empire. Silent success is simply the external reflection of a man who has already won the war inside his own head. Are you building an empire to escape yourself, or to express yourself? Silent success is the only success that lasts. It is the wealth that doesn't rust, the power that doesn't corrupt, and the peace that doesn't vanish when the lights go out. 2026 is coming, and it will be loud, chaotic, and desperate for attention. The ghost will be the only one who survives with his sovereignty intact. The challenge: identify one area of your success that you've been performing for others. Today, stop. Take that win, hide it, and let the satisfaction come from the achievement alone. Become a ghost in that one area. If you're ready to build your empire in the dark and claim your sovereignty, Subscribe to Ghost Millionaire 2026. Comment the word sovereign below if you've decided to stop performing today. Remember, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire, and the greatest empires are built in the deepest silence. Stay stoic. Stay silent. Build your empire. I'll see you in the next one.